Hi everyone. When an equation sine squared of x plus 2 times a cosine of x equals a squared has two solutions, we're going to find the range of a. Alright, so before we start, it looks quadratic. Looks like we have a quadratic equation here. So to make, since cosine's linear in its term, let's change sine squared of x equal to 1 minus cosine squared of x, because we need these terms to be the same. So we're going to have 1 minus cosine squared of x plus 2a cosine of x. And I'm going to go ahead and subtract the a. Minus a squared equals 0. Now simplifying this, we're going to get negative cosine squared of x plus 2a cosine squared of x minus a squared plus 1 equals 0. Let's go ahead and make our lead coefficient a positive. So I'm going to negate everything. So that's going to be cosine squared of x minus 2a cosine squared of x plus a squared minus 1 equals 0. Now this has this form of my difference of squares here. So I can write this as cosine squared of x minus 2a cosine squared of x plus a plus 1 times a minus 1 equals 0. Now it has this form here. It's a perfect square trinomial. The only difference is this is our b. So this is be like a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So since this is b squared, this is like b times b. So what I can do is let my a equal cosine of x and my b equals two different b's. We have this b. This is actually your b, right? So basically, if this is your b, and I can split it up for b squared, so I have one b that's a plus b, the other one is a minus b. And again, when you square those, you get a squared minus 1. So I can rewrite this as cosine of x minus a plus 1, all right, times cosine of x minus a minus 1 equals 0. If you take out the parentheses, write this as cosine of x minus a minus 1 times cosine of x minus a plus 1 and distribute this out, you will get this back here. You actually get this one right here. Alright, so that's just a little trick for this. So this is what we have, and now we're going to find the range. Again, we have cosine of x minus a plus 1 times cosine of x minus a minus 1 equals 0. So for this piece, that means this one's going to be cosine of x equals a plus 1. And for this one, we're going to get cosine of x equals a minus 1. Now, we know for our range of just cosine, so we have cosine of x has to be less than 1, but greater than or equal to negative 1. So, for this one, let's use substitution, and we're going to let negative 1 is going to be less than or equal to my cosine of x, which is a plus 1, and that's going to be less than or equal to 1. We're going to subtract 1 from each term, and we're going to get this equals negative 2 is less than or equal to a, is is less than or equal to 0. All right, for this one, same thing. We're going to substitute in a minus 1. So you have negative 1, and I'm going back to this one, is less than or equal to a minus 1 is less than or equal to 1. And for this one, we're going to add 1 to each term. So this is going to give me 0 is less than or equal to a is less than or equal to 2. Now, since these are the same, we can write negative 2 is less than or equal to a is less than or equal to 0, or 0 is less than or equal to a is less than or equal to 2. Since we have both of these are 0 here, I can combine this and put it all together because these match up. So I could actually just write this as negative 2 is less than or equal to a is less than or equal to 2. And that is your range of a, because there's your a. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.